Hey y'all. Hey y'all. It's been a minute, but I'm back with another video. And today I want to make another video about healing, because I feel like, you know, that's the one video that I got a lot of views on, that I got the most feedback on, and people was like, keep going with that. So I'm gonna open up with y'all about ways that I use to cope with healing, just through whatever. So my number one thing is crying. I'ma cry, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Like, let me say this, I believe that everybody, like, when you go through something, or if you going through the motions or something, everybody deserves 2 days of mental health. Like, you need 1 day to process what the fuck you feeling, and you need another day to like really pull yourself together and give yourself the courage to get through whatever it is that you're feeling. And throughout that, cry, let it all out. Cry till you can't cry no more. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't never let nobody make you feel bad about crying. You need to be able to understand what you're feeling, feel it, understand it, and process it and move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to process and take accountability for yourself, and just realize like where you are in the situation, and just being able to move forward. And crying, let me tell you, I feel like so many people just be like, I ain't no crying, but that's the problem. That's why so many people got so much anger built up inside of them, because they don't cry. You supposed to, that's release. It's okay to cry. Like I said, 2 days mental health shutdown. You need to log offline, stop answering the phone for people, ain't no texting back, none of that. Like, 2 days. If you need that, take them 2 days, because later on down the line, you'll be better off versus walking around mad and angry at the world, because that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just take that into consideration. Cry and let it out. Another thing that I do, this is my favorite, especially when I'm like, when I'm crying, this is one of my favorite things to do. And on our phones, we have this app, and it's on everybody's iPhone. Voice memos. Y'all, I just sit and I record myself. Like, I record myself, like, literally I will sit and record myself while I'm like in my, like, when I'm like, I'm crying, right? I will pull out my phone. I ain't gonna sit and watch myself looking ugly crying in the phone, but like, instead of calling people, I'll open this phone and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say everything that I would have said to somebody else to my phone, to the voice memos. And I love it. I love it so much, because, and I label it, and I give it a label, and I name them, so that, you know, when it's, if it's times where I feel like, you know, I keep thinking about something on my mind, I'm reminiscing about something, I go back to my notes, I scroll, and I will play it back, and at that moment I remember what I felt, what I said, and I hear my tone, I hear my emotions, I hear my voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear myself. Who don't want to be heard? You know what I'm saying? And who's better to hear yourself than you? Hearing yourself and being able to process that right there in itself, being able to play that back. Like, if I play back something, I'll be like, I don't never want to feel like this again. I remember how I felt in that moment. Like, you know how sometimes you don't remember everything, but when you record yourself in the moment, You hear yourself, you hear your voice cracking, you remember how somebody made you feel, something like that. You like, hold on, wait a minute. I remember how I felt in that moment, and I don't never want to feel like this again. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure I don't feel like this again. And throughout breakups, y'all, that right there, that gets me through breakups. You feel like you miss somebody. Oh, you heard how I heard my voice. I heard how I felt. I remember how you made me feel at that moment. I ain't doubling back. Friendships, you going through stuff with your friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, just record yourself, hear yourself, understand yourself, process what you're saying. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta call people, you don't gotta put everybody in your business between you. This is your real life. This is your real feelings. These are your real emotions. You don't need nobody telling you how to feel. You know how you feel. Another thing I like doing is spiritual baths. And I'm not gonna say like, y'all, I don't play with crystals or nothing like that. When I say spiritual bath, to me, that's like, it's what you imagine in your mind. So for me, my spiritual bath is me running my shower, and I like buying body scrubs. Like, I love exfoliating body scrubs. So I would take my body scrub and I rub it on my, like, all over my body, you know, and I talk to God while I'm in the shower. And that's why I call it a spiritual bath, because as I'm putting the body scrub on me, I'm speaking out my pain. I'm talking about like what's hurting me. And in the end, once I got myself covered in my body scrub and I'm talking to God, just casting all my worries on him. And once I get to the end and I have gotten out everything that I had to say to God, and I say my prayers as I pray, as I cast my worries onto him and ask him to guide me. Once I'm finished with that, I stand under the water and I imagine him erasing all my pain and my hurt out of my body, and him restoring it. And like, you just have to visualize. It's just nothing but a visualization, a visualization. Like, it's nothing but you visualizing that. Like, yeah. And I feel like that helps. It helps you. It's a mental thing, but it helps you and it keeps your mind clear. And once again, you're not calling people, putting your problems on other people. This ain't nothing for nobody to talk about. Once you get to this point, you taking this up with you and God, and you trust God, right? So you casting your worries onto him, and you trusting that he's going to clean you, that he's going to save you, that he's going to help you. You know what I'm saying? God is a healer. Healing journey is basically you finding God. So how can you not trust that he's gonna do what he's there to do? You know what I'm saying? So between crying, recording yourself, a spiritual bath, taking your mental health days, and journaling goes a long way. But I still choose, I love to journal, but I still choose the voice recording over journaling. But I do like journaling. Like, journaling, just writing in itself, like being able to, all it is processing and taking accountability, forgiving yourself, and just moving forward with life. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do to keep going. You cannot stay stuck in no place. Like, there's no growth and comfort, and it's gonna be uncomfortable, it's gonna hurt. And I feel like journaling, I like it too, because some days I just randomly, like, I have, if I was to show y'all the amount of notebooks I have, y'all would think I was crazy. I kid you not. I have like between 20, I started my journey in 2021. So, well, towards the end of 2021. So like from, like, I want to say October, November, all the way up until now, I probably have like 15, 20 notebooks. I'm not over exaggerating. Like, I journal a lot, and it feels good sometimes to be able to just pick up my notebooks and just turn to a page, because of course, you know, the dates are on them. And not too long ago, I had picked up a book, and I want to say it was April 5th. I picked up, I remember it because I'm like, dang, it's April 5th. On that day it was. And what I wrote on April 5th of 2022, I can say, like, I looked at that and was like, I could tell that I have grown from this day to where I am, where I was on April 5th of this year. And that's a good feeling, to be able to just look back and see your growth, see your progress, see the things that you were praying for, and to see what you have now, to see the things that you was asking God to reveal to you, and you've seen the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a documentation of your journey. And that's also with the voice recording. Like, it's nothing better than to see how far you came, the growth in yourself. Like, it feels really, really good to see yourself growing, and to know that God is truly answering your prayers and where it is that you're trying to go, because you can see that you're making the movement. Although, you know, sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough, but if you pulled yourself out of a dark place, I say you successful. Because it's a lot of people in this world that can't do it. And especially like on the healing journey, like, a lot of people don't want to face the truth about a lot of things, and that's why they can't keep going. That's why they can't really heal for real, because the truth hurt. And you got to be a strong motherfucker to do that, like, for real. So I encourage you all to try my ways. You know, try a couple ways that I tried. Try the voice memo. Try crying for once. Let it out. Feel your emotions. And then too, like, I feel like if you're not in tune with your feelings, how can you follow your intuition? How can you trust yourself if you don't know yourself? You don't know yourself because you don't know what the fuck you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean to say it like that, y'all, but like, you just don't know. You have to be in tune with yourself. If you're not in tune with yourself, then you gonna second guess everything. And no, intuition, your intuition don't play tricks on you. Like, it don't. Your intuition is God talking to you. Trust it, believe it. You got to believe in yourself first, and tuning into your emotions is the way that you do that. Don't lie to yourself. Be honest with yourself, you know. And you shot out far. I really, really, truly hope that this helps somebody. You know, whatever you feeling, whatever you going through, I hope that you get through it. I hope that you try and tell me how it go. And that's that. Yeah.